Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Quite a special review at that. What's in this doesn't really matter today. It's what's happened that matters. So, just had an email and I've been offered the job. A dream job, doing the sort of gardening that I love as a gardener, which is growing plants, making flower beds, you know, a creative gardening role, working at 2 country hotels. Yeah, it's the absolute icing on the cake. You know, after a very tough year, I've endured a whole lot of stuff this year, and yeah. So I was expecting it to go a bit of a pop. Pissing in the wind. So I haven't sorted out when I'm starting there yet. I've got to ring that ring later, so I better only have to do one review. But yeah, it hasn't truly sunk in yet, and yeah, finally some great news. And like I say, it's been a tough old year. So, Calogera Prosecco. It was bought in a 2-pack with a Prosecco glass as well. But I think from Home Bargains. So, as you can see, a straw coloured pour with quite a nice sparkles going off in the background. As you can see, them sparkles, look, sparkles. Certainly grapes on the nose, and I swear I can smell apple as well. And there we have it, the killer shot. Oh, this needs to go up a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I haven't got my Carling glass. Carling glass is better for that because it's a bit taller. So yeah, wow. See, with the job front, obviously if you're not happy in the job, you try and move to another job. But the jobs out there, some great jobs. You know, I've actually applied for and got some great jobs. One I had to turn down because they were trying to put too much on me, and I didn't like the way. I didn't like that. It was just too much. And some young whippersnapper trying to tell me how to do gardening, the sort of gardening that I'm a bloody expert at. So I turned that job down. The other job was again a fantastic job, but the commuting at the wrong time of the day, R5 commuting through the ring road in Nottingham, is absolutely terrible. And you know, if I'd lived that side of town, it probably wouldn't have been a bad thing. But I don't. And then I went for a job at Derby City Council, and again I pulled out of the interview because I got told just before I went for the flipping interview that there's no parking. You have to walk 15 minutes at the either end of the day to go and get your car. And then, because you're a new starter, there's no free parking. You don't get a pass. So you have to pay for parking. I'm like, fucking hell. So I'm travelling all the way to Derby, which is a trek in itself, on the M1. And I'm not really keen on the M1, if I'm being brutally bloody honest. And in the end I thought, no, sod that. Something else is going to have to come along. And so it did. And then this job, and I applied for this job, and I wasn't sure I was going to take it until I went for the interview. I went for the interview, and it's the project to make a kitchen garden, to redevelop the land, to put my stamp on things, to bring it back, to make it into not only a well-maintained garden, because any idiot can mow grass, you know, anyone can, but to create flower beds, to do everything properly, you know, to no weeds, you know, make it look as good as possible. It's a selling point, a selling feature, and so that's where I'm at. And yeah, my dreams have basically been answered, and it's kind of awestruck. Still a bit stressed, but I think that the anxiety is going to start to drop off. So hence why, really, this Prosecco is not really in there. It's, you know, I've shared with you quite a lot recently, and you know, some of the lovely comments, and you know, it's lovely in life to have people, you know, because obviously people don't know people, you know, on these YouTube channels, people can come across as very nice, and there's a lot of that about where people come across as nice, and then you see the real side of them. But the real person you see here is the person you see smack in front of you. Apart from the hair that needs cutting, it looks bloody awful. But yeah. So now I'm in, and in any job I'm in, I like to be positive about the role. I take the job home with me, and I'm thinking about the job, but in a positive aspect. Like when I worked for Sainsbury's, I was growing. I was thinking about how to make the sales better, how to do everything better, make the job easier, make the job smoother for everybody concerned who works on my section. And in this job, they are going to get, I mean, without being a big head, you know, competitions that we've won over the years as part of a small team on Nottingham City Council. We were the best in Britain. We won Britain in Blooms, European in Bloom, you know, and these are things, like you say, anybody can do gardening, but the stuff we did, to the standard we did it at, you know, certainly made a difference. So, I'm not as happy as I should be, and I think that's just down to bloody anxiety, but I am happy. And it's been such a bloody roller coaster these last so many months. I think the start of the lockdown was awesome because I was doing a day and a half at work, and coming home it's like, yeah. The rest of the week, fucking hand and half drink some beers, as you noticed with the amount of reviews I did. Yeah, cracked on with some reviews. But now I get a chance to unleash the beast, as it were, unleash my talents, and that, you know, not just be a maintenance gardener or some lackey for council, you know, actually still do the maintenance side of things, but also that other side, and develop the properties and develop gardens, and oh, I am chomping at the bit. So get this phone call done soon, hopefully. I haven't got another email come back already. Let's have a look. No emails, so I'll give it an hour or so, and then ring up again, hopefully get through to the bloke this time, and move on, you know, positive steps. And in the middle of a pandemic, to get a dream job in the middle of a pandemic is something special. And then tomorrow I'll go into work with a typed out letter resigning. And the great thing is that I don't have to give any notice whatsoever. I think the best thing to do is me to work till Friday. So this is Wednesday now. You'll not see this until possibly tomorrow night. Yeah, possibly Thursday night. And then a new chapter begins. A better chapter. And there's a 49-year-old, to me, you know, pretty much the perfect job now. I was controlled too much on the job I'm in now. Not left to be unleashed. They talked about it, but they never did. And it's sad, really, because I could have made such a difference. But hey, you know, you can't look at that. You can't look at it in that way, really. What happened, and It's just, you know, it's just sad I never got to be the gardener there that I wanted to be. But hey, you know, you can't win them all. But I've left the job in good fettle. So it's not like I've gone there and not performed. I performed to a great standard, sorted the garden inside out, so it's pretty easy to maintain actually and look after. And whoever gets the job after me, you know, they're walking into a job where they've got to work, but not a job where it's too hard. And just as long as they do their work, so somebody's going to have a good job at my soon-to-be old job. The relief of moving on. Didn't think it'd happen, you know, if I'm being brutally honest. And you know, I think I might shed some tears on Friday when I leave. Tears of joy, tears of anger, a wasted year in a lot of ways. And it's certainly some of the shit that's gone off, you know. And then I get new bosses and a bloke that was really nice. You know, I like working for people who are good people, nice people. You know, you always get the best out of staff when you be nice to them. You know, don't treat your staff like shit. Be nice to your staff. Yes, if you've got to enforce some rules, fair dues, but do it in a way where you explain and you're nice to people. The best you'll get out of anybody is being nice. If that person's an arse, then you monitor what they're doing, and then, you know, obviously, you know, they'll walk themselves out of the job, and it happens. You see people walk themselves out of a job all the time. Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait to go full bloody steam at this job and make two places into extensions of the Raggy Garden. Whew. Getting quite emotional, you know, just talking about it. Sometimes, you know, as tough as we all are in the world, you know, watching a film that makes you sob, if you are that sort of person who does cry over films, and, you know, don't ever watch Molly and Me. I've never seen my son cry, my older son. I think it was Molly and Me. It's the one with, is it the dog, Jennifer Aniston? I think it's that. And he watched it. And he walked past me sobbing. I didn't watch it because he wanted to know about a dog's dying. You know, it's fucking heartbreaking. And he watched it, and he was sobbing. And he is not that type of lad, you know. And it broke him. And, I've never watched it because I know I will burst. Maybe I ought to, you know. Sometimes, as much as laughing is a good thing, relieves anxiety and stress, crying also does. It also helps. Can't believe it. Finally, it's happened. So there's a good chance that there will be an on-site beer review coming from both locations, because and I will let them know that I do beer reviews, just as long as I don't slag them off in the beer review. That's the main thing. But I won't be doing that anyway, because you know when something's right. And to be fair, I went to the job I'm in now and knew it was the right job for me. Sadly, I didn't realise there was other factors involved. And I mean, for me it'd be a lot more lone working, but that's not a bad thing. As a gardener, you know, you just get on with it, you know. And I want to create for these people not only a kitchen garden, but a way to grow their own flowers, get a polytunnel basically, and grow their own produce, have their own you know, leaf mould, so for compost for plants. And the ideas, you know, they're all floating in my bloody head. And turn both locations into a tour de force. You know, you walk in and you think, Jesus, this is nice. And you know, because you can have flower beds and they don't have to cost a lot of money. And you can have a great garden, it doesn't have to cost a lot. You know, buy the seeds, buy the compost, you can make something amazing. You know, you should all have amazing gardens. As a lifetime gardener, you know, having a great garden. You walk out in your garden, you see flowers, you see a nicely cut lawn, nicely edged off borders, no weeds. You know, it just makes your day. And my front garden's got shitloads of weeds, and I need to get crack on with some weeding. But I'll do it this weekend. So, a long review. More chat about me getting a job really than the review. I do apologise. But you know, sometimes in life it's a very different review. It's a celebration review, and in some ways I don't like change, and in some ways, you know, you try and stick in that job and make the job better, but I know that the job I'm going to is going to be amazing, and I'm so looking forward to it. As for this, quite a nice Prosecco, if I'm being honest. It's actually an Italian Prosecco as well, because you do get Proseccos from Hungary, I think it is. So it's not all Italian. So no, sorry, Proseccos are Italian. It's Pinot Grigios, you actually get them in Hungary. But I suppose if they grow the grape, you know, I suppose they can say it's from that. But anyway, quite a nice tasting Prosecco. So, out of 5, I give it a 4.1 out of 5. It's okay, it was nothing massively special, but certainly quaffable. The strength was 10.5%. And that's it from this wine review. As always, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all the support in comments, you know, lovely comments. And from now on, hopefully, a more positive, a more vibrant Raggy. And that personality of mine that is there, and, you know, the normal person of me. And, oh, I can't believe, I'm still like, have I really got it? And it'll sink in soon. I've got to ring him in a bit and get it sorted, get things sorted. Amazing. Right, that's it for this beer review. Yeah, and thank you all. Cheers.